Hello world, I am here to join the many other women with the beauty movement to tell about some of the things that we have never released out to the world. For my insecurity, I can't name just one. I'm a very insecure person, even though I try not to show it. There are days where it's so bad and I don't even want to get out of bed. Whether it be that I feel I have too much cellulite that day, like it changes from day to day. I know it doesn't, but depending on my mood, yes, I feel like some days it does. Or my butt doesn't look perky enough, or I have too much fat on my arms, like it's jiggling too much today. I can go on and on and on as to where my insecurities derive from. Originally, I had a very abusive father who was physically abusive towards me and my mother, but always put us down. In regards to our weight, if we weren't a certain weight or didn't look right, he would make comments about it. So, of course, I started dating men who were very abusive and cared only about looks. It was things like, well, I don't think you should eat that, or you might get fat, or you look kind of pudgy today, things like that. And through high school, all this stuff started to get to me, and I did start to gain a little bit of weight to the point where it went from a little to a lot, in my opinion. I gained like probably 50, 60 pounds, and it got so bad, all the teasing, that I switched schools completely. I stopped talking to everyone that I had known, and I went to a new high school and started over. During this process of when I was going through this in high school, I had developed anorexia, to where I would eat maybe a few pieces of lettuce and live off of water and coffee. I definitely did the coffee diet, to where I would drink 8 cups of coffee a day and intake no food, no protein, nothing. The weight really started to drop off. Before I'd known it, I'd already lost the 60 pounds that I gained, and then some, to where I was weighing under 100 pounds, and I ended up having to be hospitalized a couple years later. It became about a 7-year battle. But yeah, I've definitely done some major damage to my body. And even now, when I'm trying, to be healthy, I've gotten help for it. But it's mentally something where I do battle with every day because of everyday issues that you see from media. You see things like, in magazines, the magazines we love to read. Unfortunately, there are unrealistic women in there. We see it in movies, we see it on TV. We can't even watch the commercial without seeing some kind of sexual content of a perfect looking woman. But in reality, women, we are beautiful in our own way. You don't have to be a 00 to be beautiful. And again, in the real world, we work full-time jobs, part-time jobs, we have family that we have to raise. Most of us cook dinner on top of this and take care of our marriages or our relationships or whatever it may be, still all the while having to keep up with the perfection of having a perfect body. And that is unrealistic. Maybe being naturally beautiful, again, how your body is meant to be, but natural women aren't a size 0 with double D's and muscular arms and thighs. That's not how it is, yet that has become the picture that the media wants everyone to be. And that's not realistic. As for somebody being able to accept me for me, it definitely has been my boyfriend. He's been there through many struggles that I have had, especially this year. I had a lot of really life-changing things that happened, and he's always been there. But from the get-go, I was always trying to be somebody I wasn't. I wore fake eyelashes, I wore pounds of makeup, I had, extensions to make my hair thicker, fake long nails. I had like stripper nails, that's what I had. And it was because that was my persona of trying to be what I thought was sexy out there. He doesn't like any of that. There were nights where we'd be talking and he would just be a weirdo and pull off my fake eyelashes in the middle of our conversation. And he would tell me, babe, you don't have to wear that to impress me. I love you for you. When I finally trusted him enough to walk around the house with no makeup, he didn't even notice I wasn't wearing makeup. That is definitely the kind of man I've been waiting around for. And he makes me feel so special and so unique. You know, when I'm having a struggle and having all the feelings coming back to me like I did when I was active on my eating disorder, he helps me out. And that's what matters. And I know that I am the beauty movement.